Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to NoobTube with your boy Noob and Hard. Today we're going to be looking at another Dragon Age Inquisition character build, and today we're looking at a warrior. Alright, folks, so like I said in the intro, today we're going to be looking at a Katari warrior. This guy is spec'd out right now, currently at level 20. So let's get right into it, going down the abilities. Going down the first tree, Onslaught, you guys are going to start off with Charging Bull right out of the door, so no need to worry about wasting a point there. But what you will do, you will use a point on Gore and Trample. What Charging Bull does for you does 150 damage, and it gives you 10% guard per enemy that you hit. So it's not per enemy that's nearby, but it is per enemy that you hit. It has a cooldown of 8 seconds and it costs 5 mana per second. So even if you don't hit enemy guys, you will be using up some mana, or should I say stamina, as you're running with this. Gore and Trample just allows you to use it for an additional 6 seconds. So really not a huge benefit there, but the longer obviously you can use this, the more you can actually generate guard, which is definitely helpful in the higher difficulties such as Perilous, Nightmare, Heartbreak. Picking up the passive Clear a Path, you're just going to be getting a 10% stamina restoration for each extra target nearby when you swing. So if you end up swinging and hitting 3 or 4 targets, you're going to be regaining anywhere between 30 to 40. That's just for that example, and you get additional +3 to your strength, which is huge. Pommel Strike happens to be my favorite active skill. I use this on any character that has Pommel Strike. You're gonna want to go ahead and use a point for that, as well as you're gonna use a point for Lightning Jab. What Pommel Strike does, it does 566 weapon damage, gives you a +3 on stun duration, and its cooldown is 20 seconds and it costs 35 stamina. The upgrade just reduces your stamina for 4 seconds, and it also gives you a bonus of 200% weapon damage. So this is a very powerful hit with that -4 seconds. With the upgrade, you're going to be looking at a 16 seconds on the cooldown time, so you actually get to the back fairly quickly. Moving on, the next passive you're going to get is going to be Warrior's Resolve. Your stamina is restored 10% for every 10% missing health. So you get hit and it takes away at least 10% of your health. You're going to be getting your stamina back 10% more. You get an additional +3 on your Constitution. The next passive you're going to want to get, this passive I chose at the very end. So when I got to 19 and I finally leveled up to 20, I chose this passive. There is some small benefits there. It's not huge, so I wouldn't really use the point at the very beginning to pick this up, but you can if you want to. You're gonna get additional +3 on cunning, +4 on cunning, +3 on strength, and +2 on Constitution. The next passive down the list, we have quite a bit of passives here, guys. This is just to get to all the active skills. Flow of the Battle. Every critical hit reduces the cooldown time on your abilities, give you the edge to finish off your enemies. So when you hit it critically, you reduce your cooldown times for all your active skills by 1 second, and you get an additional +3 on your strength. On to the next pass, Opportunist. You have a 31% chance to hit critically and an additional +3 on your cunning. That 31% is huge. You actually will start noticing you critting quite often. Whirlwind, I would have to say, is my second favorite active skill for this character. You want to use a point on that, and you're also going to want to use a point on Rising Wind. Whirlwind base does 70% weapon damage. Cooldown time is 24 seconds, and it costs you 10 stamina. You will be doing extra damage to enemies on the ground. That's a big plus there. So if you charge in with like Charging Bull, Stop, Knockout Whirlwind, you'll be doing tons of damage to those guys. Rising Wind, the upgrade of that, just gives you a 15% bonus damage per rotation, and you guys will see this. So each time you rotate, do a complete rotation, you'll be doing more damage. So stacking these two together is a big plus there. And then these 4 all going to be passives, are all very helpful. You're going to be doing a damage bonus of 30 seconds That lasts for 5 seconds and it has a range of 10 meters. This is when enemies die near you. So when an enemy dies near you within those 10 meters for 5 seconds, you're going to be doing a 30% increase on your damage, which is helpful. And then you get additional +3 on cutting, which works for your critical. And with this guy, like I said, we already have a 31%. So now with this, we all have a +3 to that. Scenting blood, another helpful skill, or should I say a helpful passive. Being near a badly wounded enemy spurs you into a frenzy, and what this frenzy does for you, any enemy that's health is lower than 35% than what it was originally, or 10 meters around you, you're going to get a 50% speed boost and then an additional 10% critical hit chance. Those crits are stacking up very quickly. The next passive you want to get is Piercing Blow. This just ignores a portion of your target's armor for 25%, which is helpful. Definitely when we have this high crit that we're doing now. So we ignore 25% of their armor, and I think currently right now we're sitting at about 41% crit damage or crit chance. So that's huge, really huge. And then Blood Frenzy, again, they thought you get weaker once they wounded you. They were wrong. You have an increase of 5% for every 10% missing health. So you become stronger as you lose health. With the crits, with the ignoring armor, these 4 passive guys will do damage. They will put in massive work for you. You guys will see this in the gameplay when we get to it shortly. Moving on to the next tree, tactics. You're not going to be getting much from here. You're only going to get about 4 or 5 things from here. You're going to use Block and Slash. You get this at the very beginning, so no need to worry about wasting a point there, but you will be wasting a point on a Flawless Defense, the upgrade. Block and Slash, you do 200% weapon damage, costs 10 stamina, and it costs 5 stamina per second. So that's worded funny there. You can toggle on Block and Slash, and if you never use it, it's going to cost you 5 seconds per second that you hold, 5 stamina per second that you hold it. If you toggle on Block and Slash and you use it, it's going to cost 10. So that's how that's really worded there. So if it's used, it's going to cost you 10 stamina. If you just toggle it on, it will continue to use 5 stamina per second until you run out of stamina. The upgrade of this guy gives you an additional bonus 50% damage, and now per enemy that you hit once you use Block and Slash also will generate you 50% guard. So Block and Slash is like an AoE. So if you have like 3 enemies around you, you have Block and Slash toggled on, you use it, it hits, you hit 3 enemies, you're looking at about 45% guard generated there. Animate, you're just going to get a bonus to your armor there, 20%, nothing huge, nothing big. It'll cost you, again, a good passive. It does not make or break this class, you don't have to get it. All it is any damage that you take is returned onto the enemy for 50%. Bear Mauls the Wolves, again, a passive that I just chose closer towards the end, around 18, 19, maybe even 17. Just gives you an additional +3 on your constitution, so definitely helps with there, as well as you are less likely to be staggered when hit from the front. So those big guys who hit you and stagger you a little bit, you are less likely for that to happen. Don't quite know the percentage of how that works, but I do know I have noticed it once I chose it from not having it to having it. And then Deep Reserves, once your health drops below 50%, you will then regenerate your stamina 50% faster. So that are the passives and actives. Let's go on to the inventory. The bread and butter of this class, just like my Legionnaire, if you guys have not checked out the Legionnaire, go check out the Legionnaire, is going to be my weapon. Stonebreaker does 352 damage off the base, plus a 16 fire damage due to the Master Fire Rune. I'm currently waiting to find a Superb Fire Rune, which then will bump that up to 25, which will be hitting just that much harder. And then I also have additional plus 12% on critical damage bonus, which is huge due to the fact that I also have like a 41% crit chance. I have a 7% stagger on hit, plus 41 strength, and 10% chance to use shield bash on hit. I do have another weapon that I like to use. Let me see if I can find it. Can't find it right now. I do have another weapon that generates like 5 guard on hit, but Shield Bash, in case you guys don't know, if you don't use warriors like that, Shield Bash also generates guard. So not only am I generating guard from like using Charging Bull or blocking slash, I'm also going to be generating guard with this weapon 10% of the time that I'm swinging it. Alright. Moving on to armor. The armor that I'm currently using for this guy, again, is a Drake scale. And if you don't know how to get the Drake scale, guys, you need 1,000,000 points with the warrior class. The base of this has 196 armor rating. I have the attachments of a plus 12 health bonus and a plus 30 maximum health, just to give my Katari here some more knocking power. Onto the accessories I am using for the belt. Superb belt of cold resistance. This is just what I'm using at the time. It has a 30% reduction of damage from cold. I do go back and forth with this. Oh, sorry, that is the wrong one. Using the belt of health for my Katari. There we go. So a plus 50 on maximum health. Again, really increasing the health pool, being able to in the fight longer, be able to take more hits. For my rings, I am using, I believe it is blocking slash and pommel strike. Pommel strike, here we go. Increase the ability damage by 30%, making that active skill that much stronger. And then the next one, am I using 2? I think I'm using 2 pommel strikes. Am I using 2 pommel strikes? I have it on, no, here it is. Superb ring of a life drain, so it just gives me an additional 10% health on kill. So again, I have that huge pull, kill an enemy, I'm just bringing it right back up. And for my amulet, I am rocking out with the amulet, stamina amulet. This just gives me a plus 10 to my max stamina. I will be spamming my active skills, as you guys will see once I get to the gameplay, quite a bit. So being able to have just a little bit more of stamina, even though it's only 10, still helps out a whole lot. So that's it for my actives and passives. Armor, accessories, weapons, all that good snaz. Let's get right into some gameplay. Alright folks, so here we are in the game. Wave 5 against the Frost Dragon and Perilous, going to plant this flag. So the best strategy for this guy is you're gonna want to use Charging Bull for an opening, basically opening. You're only gonna really use that if your guard starts to fall down for an immediate guard real fast. You're gonna spam Pommel Strike almost immediately as soon as it comes back. You're gonna use Whirlwind anytime. I like to use it anytime I have anywhere between 2 to 3 more characters around me. When I use Whirlwind, and then you're just gonna use. You can use Counter Strike also when you got a couple of characters around you. All these are gonna pretty much gain you guard. I'm stuck in a corner. So my guard went down. Go ahead and use Charging Bull to get my guard back up. And that's pretty much going to be your onslaught from there on out. You get a couple of enemies who like to corner you. That's fine. Just go ahead again, use Charging Bull. That normally tends to get them out the way. If you're fighting against a bigger guy, it won't help so much, but it will help. These archers out the way. Archers as a mage, as a warrior, are not your best friends. I got the big guy hitting me, not being very nice. Move around, pop a potion there. Whirlwind, got a group of people here. Like I said, each time you make a complete rotation, you are pretty much going to be gaining even more damage. These big guys don't really like it when you use Whirlwind on them. But that's pretty much about it. My health did go down a little bit. Guard definitely went down quite a bit. But as you saw from the way the class is set up, that almost came back instantly. Thanks to my weapon with shield bash, everything else that's giving me guard. So this big guy has my number. The boss, he has my number. Ah, that took a bite there. See if I can get somebody to pick me up real quick. The only down part, if it wasn't for the big guy, the little guys would be no problem. That big guy who just kept hitting me. Looks like everybody else is trying to get rid of all the little guys first, which is fine. Use this counter strike real quick. There we go. Oh, the team is going down. I know why they're going down too. I'm gonna have to help him out here. Try to see if I can pull this guy's aggro. Oh, come back here. That boss is doing a number on him. Stop hitting me. Run it. Game lagged out a little bit there. These guys out. Got 3 mages in here, so you definitely can use my help. Got 3 mages and an archer, I believe it is actually. And that's pretty much it. You're just gonna keep spamming these guys. Keep that guard up on 100. Not that hard to do. Got that big guy who loves to keep taking out all my guard. Alright. Tons of way to get back real fast. Ah, come on. Come on. My guard back. Looks like I have 2 elementalists in here actually. Up that low guard. Come back. Just keep this whirlwind going. I can't. For some odd reason. Alright guys. I'm taking care of all the little guys. You guys have got to work on getting the big guy. Or I can get the big guy and get the little guys. One of the two. I can't fight everybody. I mean, I can, but I can't. Doing a lot to try to keep these guys in play here. I'm gonna keep the big guy off of them for a little bit. At least as much as I can. Keep spamming all these buttons. The big guy keeps hitting me. Ah! Keeps getting me. It's alright, keep my team alive though. Here, come get me real quick, buddy. Come here, buddy. Can't really do anything because he stops you. God. Here we are. Come here. Look. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Jesus. Nope. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. When everybody dies and everybody looking at you, no matter how good you are, that is definitely a tough fight. But there you guys have it. Up until that point, it was very successful. Very fun build. Check it out. Try it out. Use those active passives the best you can. Use those weapons, accessories, the best you can, and I promise you guys, you'll have tons of fun with this game, tons of fun with this character. I love using this character almost as much as I love using the Legionnaire. I like this character a little bit better due to the fact that it hits much harder than Legionnaire does. So I do like that. But that is it, guys, for today. That's the end of this video. It is your boy Noob Hard here, noobing it up, noobing out on YouTube.